Hello lovelies, good day and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluwatosin. In case you're hearing my voice for the first time and you're welcome, please consider subscribing to my channel. Guys, in today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to cut an halter neck dress, just like you are seeing on your screen, and also a cowl neck, like an halter neck dress that has a cowl neck at the same time, and then the down of the dress is going to be a flay with a front slit like this particular one. So without talking too much, if this sounds like what you're interested in, come along with me. So we are going to be drafting on our pattern paper first. Everything we are going to do is going to be on our pattern paper first before transferring to my main fabric. And guys, this tutorial is going to be centered on how to cut the halter neck and then the cowl neck. It's not going to talk about how to cut the flare, which is the lower part of this dress. So guys, this person's bust is 40 divided by 4 gives me 10. So this pattern paper measures 11 and it is on fold of 2. I added 1 inch allowance, although I'm still going to add additional 1 inch when I'm transferring to my main fabric. And from the top, come downward with 5 inches. That 5 inches is going to be our starting line. On that line, you are going to measure our back divided by 2, or our shoulder. Back is the same as shoulder divided by 2, and then you are going to mark our armhole. Armhole is actually 20. You know, on division of 2 is supposed to give me 10, but at this point, I just marked 8. Then I proceeded to drawing the armhole curve. The next is to mark out the neckline. I'm going to be using neck width of 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. And then the neck depth, I used 7. It is actually a V-neck. You're going to start with a V-neck. And the lower the neck, the more revealing the cleavage. So the next is from your starting point, just come down to the chest point. I used 8 for our chest point, and then you are going to connect that into a straight line. When you are done doing that, you are going to mark out your bust divided by 4. Our bust is 40 divided by 4 gives me 10, and then 1 inch sewing allowance. I'm still going to add sewing allowance, like I said, because I want to use 2 for this dress. The next thing you are going to do is you are going to mark out our half length. Our half length is actually 17. Then I added 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Then you are going to mark our waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. You are going to connect the 2 allowance points together. After this, you are going to measure the distance between the neckline and then the armhole line. And whatever you have, here I have 5. So I'm just going to divide 5 by 2. So I'm going to be marking 2.5. Then I'm going to go upward from the starting line with 4 inches. You can as well use 3 inches. I'm using 4 inches in this case because this person does not want to tie it at the back. She just wants like a clip at the back. She doesn't want it tied. So I'm using the exact neck measurement. If it's something that you are going to like attach to each for tying, you can use 3, but I'm going to use 4. Then from that point, you are going to tilt forward with like half inch for each lines, and then you connect those points together. I hope you guys get what I did here. It's not difficult at all. Just look at the way I did it. You know, automatically we have to have another armhole line. So you are going to draw another armhole line to join the previous armhole line. So the next is to cut this out, and when you open it up, you have something looking like this. After this, we are going to move to cutting out the cowl. We just finished cutting the halter neck. So the cowl now, from your chest point, you are going to open up that point to the armhole. You will leave like 1 inch or half inch unopened. Don't completely cut it out. So we are going to transfer this to our main fabric. So on our main fabric, I'm just going to pin it down so that it doesn't shift. And then I've added the 1 inch allowance, additional 1 inch I said I was going to add. I've added it now. So I'm going to pin it down so that it doesn't shift. And after pinning it down, guys, I'm going to gently lift up that part that I cut open. Just have it at the back of your mind that the higher you go, the more the cowl, and then the more the cowl, the more revealing your cleavage or the more exposed your bust is going to be. So in our case, I'm just going to open it up. I'm going to use 7 inches. So I'll be measuring my 7 inches. Then I'll proceed to pinning this down as well so that it doesn't shift. And then I'm going to mark out a new neckline. You know, we have a new neckline now, so I'm going to mark out a new neckline. I'm just going to trace out the armhole, and then I'll proceed to cutting it out. It is that simple. I hope you guys get what I'm trying to say. So after cutting it out, I'll have something looking like this, and I'm still going to be using this same material as the lining. So I'll be cutting 2 for this. Guys, we are going to use the same pattern to cut out the back panel, but instead of cutting out the part that I cut open, instead of just removing it, I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to fold it inward because I'm still going to use this pattern for someone else. So this is the pattern that I'll be using to cut the back panel. So I'll just place it on my main fabric and then I'll pin it down so that it doesn't shift. Then I'm just going to add the additional 1-inch allowance and proceed to cutting it out. It is that simple, guys. And then I'm still going to cut out another one that is going to serve as the lining. So for the front panel, I cut 2 pieces. For the back panel, I cut 2 pieces as well. So basically that is it for the cutting. Proceeding to sewing now, I'm going to rearrange my fabric, making sure the right side is facing right side. We'll start sewing from the front panel. Then after placing it that way, the next thing is I'm going to turn the neckline. I'll proceed to turning the neckline. I'll turn the armhole. Then I'll turn the shoulder line as well. Then I'm going to turn the 2 shaping sides. The only place that I'm not going to turn is the down. That's the half cut or the half length. So just proceed to turning the neckline, the shoulder line, the armhole, the shaping side, and do that for both sides. Then for the back panel, I'm going to turn the neckline and then the 2 sides. The only place I'm not going to turn for that as well is the down. And you know that right side has to face right side for the main fabric and the one serving as the lining before you can turn. So just face right side to the right side and then you turn the neckline. Then the 2 shaping sides, the only place you're not turning is the down, just like I said earlier. So when I was done turning, this is the front and the other piece was the back panel. The next thing to do at this point is just to shape, basically. So to shape, the part that I want to use as the right is going to face up, and then the part that I'm using as the right for the back panel is going to face the right for the front panel. I know you guys get what I'm saying, and then you have to figure out the middle first so that you can equally shape, since there's no zip at the back. So this is me right here trying to figure out the middle. I measured what I have here and then I divided it by 2 and then I marked the middle. So from the middle, I divided our bust by 4. That's 40 divided by 4. I marked 10. Then our waistline divided by 4 as well. Our waistline is actually 39. 39 is just 1 inch difference. So because she has big tummy, so for the other side, I divided by 2, bust divided by 2, waistline divided by 2, and then I proceeded to shaping. So when I was done shaping, I attached the lower part of this dress. You remember I said that I'm not going to be dwelling on how I made the lower part of this dress. And when I was done doing all these things, I said, this is my dress. It came out so perfectly fine. The 7 I used for the neckline was just perfect because she doesn't want her cleavage revealing, and it was just perfect. And then, you know, I said that she does not want to tie it at the back. So at the back, I just used bra hook. I attached 3 bra hook to it, and this is what it is looking like at the back. So thank you so much for watching. I hope somebody found this video interesting and helpful. Please don't forget to share this video amongst your soulmates, because you can't tell, one of them might just need this tutorial. Thank you. And if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask me in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not. Thank you so much for sticking with me from the beginning of this tutorial till this point. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.